It's martini time. I can tell by my little pocket watch. So welcome to martini time. It's not a happy hour. It's a happy few minutes. And we've been talking about the Eucharist and the as a metaphor for the transubstantiation of suffering into joy, the alchemy of a metaphor that turns base metal into gold. And I discovered one this afternoon I wanted to share with you. A friend of mine came over and I had given him a flash drive with some talks on it that he wanted to hear. And he didn't know it was I'd sent it as a messenger to him, so he didn't know it was a flash drive. And so he came back over and he said, "What is this?" And he said, "I can't figure out how to use this." And I went like that, and he said, "Oh God, I'm so stupid. I should have known that. I should have known that." So we got to talking about different things, and he asked me about my website, and I told him it was To Kill a Minotaur. And so I told him the story of the Minotaur. And the Minotaur, we've talked on this before, but just to bring you up to date on it, is a Greek myth where Theseus, the soul, has to go into the labyrinth to kill the Minotaur. That Athens Athens was defeated in a war with Crete, and the king of Crete had told Athens they have to pay tribute. Every year they have to send 12 of their youth into the labyrinth to feed the Minotaur. So it's a sacrifice, a human sacrifice. So this human sacrifice was making their world go around. So Theseus, as the soul, said, "Well, I'm going to end this human sacrifice." So he went to go into the labyrinth, and Ariadne, the daughter of the king, saw he was a heroic soul and said, "You can't get in there you can't get out once you get in there. So I'll tell you how to get out of the labyrinth if you marry me and we leave this island." So he said, "Sure." So she gave him a ball of golden thread, Ariadne's thread. So he went into the Minotaur, killed the Minotaur, and came out with following the thread, and was able to leave and stop the human sacrifice. So we got to talking about this human sacrifice, and what is the Minotaur? But the Minotaur in the labyrinth is a metaphor for our mind, and the Minotaur is a metaphor for our shame, our pain, and our feeling of being unworthy. And we all carry this, some to more extremes than others, but there's always this feeling of, I need some help, I need to get fixed, I need something to be completed, I'm not quite right yet, I need to do a little more yoga, a little more meditation, I need some help, I need some fixing, what can I do, how long will it take, how much does it cost, does it work, but I need some fixing. Well, this is the Minotaur that is our little hidden, buried ball of shame that has to be sacrificed to. We have to keep feeding it, you see, but we don't realize this. And so I was talking to my friend, and we realized, that everyday mind holds tremendous treasures for unlocking the key to our suffering. And this one was on right here. So this was a very small thing, but this is like a key. So when he didn't know how to fix this, how to use it, there was a oscillation of thought here. I should know how to use this, but I don't know. I should know, but I don't know. That's the labyrinth. Should I go this way or that? I don't know. I don't know how to make this work. So when he saw how simple it was, boom. And we all have friends like this. When we can't open a box or something, a friend will come and just push a button and it opens. Oh, damn, I should have seen that, So this is a metaphor called the flash drive metaphor. And it means that when he could not open it, he felt, and then when it was so, there was pain there, I can't open this. And then when he saw how simple it was, there was more pain when he said, I should have been able to open it. That's a very subtle pain. There you go again. I should have been able to fix that. Why couldn't I see that? Why I'm so stupid. This whole, it can be very, very subtle or really big. So it is a sense, when we get into the practice of meditation and mindfulness, we become sensitive to the subtle pain in our mind, like I should have been able to open it. Actually, there's no pain in that. See, it was just a fact. It was just flash drive. I didn't know how to open it. You showed me how to open it. Let's move on. There is no emotional content to that. It's just this. But when we add emotional content, I should have known how to open it. Somehow I'm a little faulted, or well, I'm tired, or whatever. But the fault finding, either on myself or on somebody, well, my father never showed me how to open these, it's his fault. The fault finding is the food that feeds the Minotaur. So the Minotaur just keeps getting bigger and stronger. And we feed it with our own suffering. And that is the sacrifice. I'm sacrificing my true nature to the Minotaur to keep my pain alive. And we don't see this. We blame it on others, we blame it on something, on ourselves, but we don't. We think that's normal. And we think, well, I'll get it fixed, you see. In other words, in the future, I can get this fixed. But the truth is that the Minotaur and the sacrifice is always happening now. And we cannot get out of this labyrinth unless we see that we're actually feeding the Minotaur, that the Minotaur is me. The Minotaur is my own buried, unvisited pain that I avoid by blaming other people and even myself, you see. So blame is an avoidance of the Minotaur, and when we avoid the Minotaur, our pain is its food. And Eckhart Tolle calls this the pain body. You can call it the shame body. But it's, mythologically speaking, it's the Minotaur. And it's the human is being sacrificed, is us, you see. So the heroic soul, Theseus, is awareness, and he wants to see. When you see the Minotaur, you kill the Minotaur. It takes many years doing this. It's a practice that is continuing. But every time I see the Minotaur, I don't feed the Minotaur. So anytime I see a little situation where I find myself faulting myself for not doing something I think I should have done, when it's just a fact, it's just this, but I make a story of pain out of it. I should have done it all. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You see, this whole idea of blame and sorry and shame and all that is my story of pain. And when it's just a fact, I didn't know how to do it. Oh, that's easy. Well, let's go on. That's, thank you very much. There's no pain there. It's just a fact. The moment when I become sensitive and I see that I'm adding pain, that's the flash drive Minotaur. The flash is the awareness of seeing that I'm creating pain, that I'm doing it to myself, and I'm feeding the Minotaur, and I am the Minotaur. But the seeing, in that moment, I'm free from the labyrinth, and the Minotaur is dead. But the inertia of our karma keeps bringing it back. So we keep doing these things over and over again, each time to see where I'm feeding the Minotaur, and with the seeing, I don't feed the Minotaur, because when I see that I'm giving myself pain, I stop doing it. The seeing is the action of not doing it. The seeing that I'm feeding pain to the Minotaur is not feeding pain to the Minotaur. It's all one thing. But the seeing has to catch it in the present moment now. And you need a metaphor. This is like a can opener to me. This opens up the can of pain. So if you have a metaphor, if you have a metaphor, And the best ones are ones that you create. The next time you catch yourself feeding your pain, name it. Create a little metaphor out of it. Oh, you know, whatever you want to call, whatever it is, the dirty pond metaphor. I don't know, whatever it is, but name it. So the next time the pain comes, you catch yourself feeding the Minotaur, you can say, aha, there's the flash drive again. And as soon as you say, there's the flash drive again, the flash drive, the flash of awareness goes off, and you're not feeding the Minotaur. So think about that. And I'll see you tomorrow at Martini time.